Oh, welcome everybody to the best betting show ever. I'm Lawrence Prez and Art the Caesar with us today. No Joe Rainieri. That's okay. Him and Brian Power are probably having a scrap. We got a big show lined up. Art, how did the books do? Sharp bets, our parlay of the day. We got our predictive market segment, some NFL futures. Art, we're going to talk about the exact order of the AFC East. We got our CFB future bets, one from Art, one from me, and Art the Caesar's MLB rundown. Let's get right into it. It's money-making time. Art, how did the books do last night?
Yesterday's a slow day because everyone is waiting for the preseason. Everyone is waiting for the NFL. So it's kind of just one of those middling days where, yeah, you got some baseball, you got some WNBA, but everyone's waiting for this Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Let's get the football rolling. We're in football mode, Prez.
Yes, we are, my brother, and we're going to talk football. College is, days away, a week.
Days.
Yeah. Well, yeah, give or take. And NFL, only 3 preseason games this year, starts a little later this year, Art, if memory serves. It's not technically the first week of September this time around.
Yeah, you're right. It feels like it is pushed a little bit further into September, and it starts on a Wednesday, which is really
Wednesday,
odd.
September 9th, New England
That's
against
really
Seattle.
Odd.
-3.5, 44. Any quick thoughts right there on that Wednesday? That's a great line. I think it's right. I would lean on Seattle, though.
Yeah, it feels like, too, it was a little bit higher. There's been a little bit New England money, but that's going to attract both sides, it feels like.
Yeah. How did the books do last night? We spoke about that. Sharp bets for today. What are you hearing out there?
Yeah, sharp bets. Unfortunately, no WNBA. The WNBA sharps were good last night. They were 2-0, but they got 3 baseball sides today. They're on the Red Sox, they're on the Pirates, they're on the Padres.
Red Sox, Pirates, and Padres. Man, I'll tell you, the wild card hunt is as sexy as it gets right now, Art. When was the last time you saw this kind of what's it? Just 10 teams in the wild card chase right now?
No, it's amazing. On the American League, everyone's in it except for a couple of teams. Even the National League, I mean, it's not as deep, but there's still some teams hanging around. You know, the Marlins, the Pirates, they really have to start winning some games here, but they're technically in it. Even people are trying to say the Mets are still in it, which is ridiculous, but that goes to show you what this wild card does.
How are the Mets as bad as they are every year? And why does Mike Trout's career, I mean, like this guy, the LA Angels, man.
Awful.
When was the last time this team was good?
Well, Trout's played in 3 playoff games.
Yeah, in his entire career.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? He made a lot of money. I'll tell you something, Art. It demonstrates Mike Trout playing with the LA Angels is the reason. Well, one of the reasons the LA Angels can't win. And I know that sounds like, what are you talking about, Prez? He's one of the greatest. No, he's not. Because if he was one of the greatest, he wouldn't allow himself to ruin his career playing on a piece of poo for over a decade. He would be vomiting nightly over just the constant losing. I mean, I can't lose. Like, Art, I played on a men's E-League beer team hockey. We lost 12 games in a row, and I quit the team. And the guy said, "Why are you quitting the team?" And I said, "Losers lose and winners win. And I cannot function when I lose. I am despondent. I don't sleep at night. And that's losing a beer league hockey game." Yeah. How is Mike Trout functioning as such a freaking loser?
He re-signed to be there too, so
Yeah, and that's why
he could ask out with trades, and he's never done it. I get being loyal, but there's a part of him. No, I know it's silly.
It's Vince Carter. It's Allen Iverson. It's guys that have incredible talent and just don't have the will. And that's fine. I don't begrudge them. You don't have the will, don't have the will.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Anyway, who do you think who do you think's going to get in between let's say the Rangers, Minnesota, Toronto, Cleveland, Baltimore, Detroit, Seattle? Which one? Which one of those teams is taking that final spot?
I want to say it's the Rangers, but I don't feel great about it. There's a part of me that thinks the Tigers can do it, even the Blue Jays. A couple of those other teams, Cleveland, I don't trust them. I don't trust Baltimore. Even Minnesota.
No.
I would look towards more veteran teams who have made those moves.
And Philly, San Diego, Zona, St. Louis, the Marlins. Two of those teams are getting in. I think Philly will be one of them.
I think so too. I think the Padres will be the other one.
There we go. Sharp bets. Did we do that? Okay, it was a long time ago.
We did
yes.
It. Oh, we did
Parlay of the day. Art the Caesar. It's just you and me. Our parlay of the day yesterday was horrific. What do you like?
I'm gonna go and say, well, we're doing a little two-teamer. So listen, I did it yesterday. I'm gonna go back to the Astros. I think the Astros win today. They are fighting for their lives here because Texas is starting to win games.
Yeah.
They have to win at home against the Angels. Give me the Astros.
Look, I'm going to go with the over in the Toronto game. We saw a big shootout yesterday. Bullpens will be a bit of a mess. I'm not, going to. I don't believe in Max Scherzer shutting teams out at the stage of his career, and I think Toronto bats are alive. We can get a 7.5 out there. We'll take the over in that game. Art, before we get into our predictive markets, I just want to make quick mention that I won my bet again yesterday in baseball. Man, oh man, it has been a spectacular baseball run. For all of you guys who've been joining me, I had a 7-day package up last week. A bunch of you took advantage of it. Well, hey, baby, we all made some money. We're on a 4-1 and 11-3 baseball run. I got one up today. And Art the Caesar's news is days away. Predictive markets, my brother. Bitcoin. We'll go with Bitcoin first, and then we're going to talk about in the predictive markets, we're going to talk about the AFC East. So Bitcoin now 65.4. Yesterday we had a person comment and say, Prez, you've been bragging all year. The run will happen in August. And then he's like, it went up $1,000. That ain't no run. You're an idiot. We have time in August, right? Like August isn't over, right? Yeah, okay. We're now at 65.4 with momentum on the upswing. We're going to take over the total of whatever number Joe puts up when he edits the show, because it ain't up on the screen now, Art. But it will be 65.5 is what I would do. I would take 65.5 to the over, and you will get even money. Art, in regards to the AFC East, let's pick the order of teams, and let's just start right now with team number 1, Buffalo Bills. Are you with me?
100%.
Okay, so let's go down to the Buffalo Bills number 1, and then I'm going with New England number 2. Are we on the same page?
I think this is the easiest division. Yeah, New England number 2.
Okay, now is where it gets tricky, because we have 24% on Miami and then New York, and then we have 28% on New York and then Miami. So I agree with you. We are both on the same page. Buffalo 1, New England 2. Where are we going here, Art? Because if both teams put up 0 wins, it might end up being a tiebreaker that decides this. That can't happen, given they play each other. Let's go with both teams go 1 win only. Which one, Art? What do you
like I said? This is the easiest one for me. It's got to be Buffalo, New England, New York, Miami. I don't see any. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, the Dolphins are going to compete, and listen, the Jets are bad too, but the Dolphins are going to compete to be one of the worst teams in the league, if not the worst. The Jets, their win total around 5.5, 6.5. They're going to be improved. The defense should be better. I just don't see Miami leapfrogging New York.
And me and you are on the same page. I actually think that New York is going to be better than most people think. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Jets are going to make the playoffs, but man, Geno Smith did have a couple of good quality years. Last year, he had an offensive line that was so bad. I mean, so bad. He was seeing ghosts. They had very little talent in Vegas for him. He's got a chip on his shoulder. Aaron Glenn's got a chip on his shoulder. He's fighting for his playoff life. And I think that defense is going to be better than most people anticipate coming into the season. Miami, on the other hand, is going to struggle to win one football game. I mean, this is Malik. Who? Can you tell me who their running back is? Who are their wide receivers?
Well, the running back's pretty good. The wide receivers and tight end, not so much. The running back's good. Defense won't be good. Malik Willis, who I liked in a backup role in Green Bay, can he really lead a team? And a bad team, it's going to be tough sledding in Miami this year.
To say the least. Okay, NFL futures, Art, you go first. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. We did a player prop yesterday. I'm going to try to do as many of these season-long player props as I can. I think they're fun. I'm looking at Matthew Golden, under 650 and a half receiving yards. You can get that at Caesars. Listen, he was a rookie last year. He had 361. He's the clear third receiver behind Watson and Jalen Reed. Tucker Kraft, they say, is going to be back. Now, how healthy is he? But if he's ready for week one, obviously Jordan Love has a lot of trust in a guy like Tucker Kraft. So he's the third or fourth option in this offense. I never really liked him coming out of Texas. You're basically asking him to almost double his yards from his rookie year last year. So Matthew Golden under 650 and a half receiving yards.
You know, Art, I did a bunch of short videos. You can find them up at YouTube Shorts over at our channel, WagerTalk TV, where I took apart every single division. And right now I'll talk the West really quick. Clearly, the Rams are the favorite. They're minus 105 to win the division. That's the shortest, the second shortest. Well, the third. I mean, you have Buffalo at 136, Baltimore at 112. I think the Rams are great. I think Seattle is great, but I think the value is on the San Francisco 49ers. We spoke about this before. They are plus 305. This is a team that is just stacked with talent, absolutely loaded. They have maybe the best running back in the league even now. They have quality wide receivers, a good tight end, a good quarterback, a good backup quarterback. Their O-line is good. Their coach is amazing. They're bringing back most of their defense, which is super fast, led by Warner. This is a team at 305, Art, that we might be able to buy out of later on. I think at 305, that's a great bet to win the division. What do you think of that division, Art? NFC West.
Yeah, I mean, obviously take the Cardinals out of it. You look at those other teams. You have the team who's the favorite to win it all. You got the defending champs, and then you got the Niners who sit there with all that talent, that great coaching staff, and everything. For me, with the Niners, it's always can they stay healthy. You know, they've just been riddled with injuries these last handful of years.
We can say the same about the Rams, and Matthew Stafford has been out, so we could say similar thing with the Rams.
Value-wise, though, Prez, if you're looking at them at 3-1 or a little bit over 3-1, yeah, that's where the value is.
Yeah. So I also, and I mentioned this before, I also think they're an interesting bet to go to the Super Bowl. I can't remember the number, but it's an enormous plus money number. That is for sure. Okay, college football bets. I'll go first, Art the Caesar, and from my perspective, let's look at who's going to win the Big Ten. Ohio State plus 175 to 200. Indiana plus 205 to 260, and Oregon plus 250 to plus 325. And look, the safest bet is Ohio State, and it's decent money at plus 200. But I think the best bet is Oregon. This team has a win loss of 10.5. I think they go over. They also avoid some of the nasty schedule that Ohio State has. They have an easier schedule than Ohio State. They are number 2 in the AP poll preseason. And they're going to be right in the hunt. They're going to be right in the thick of things. We get one loss by Ohio or Indiana, Ohio State or Indiana, and all of a sudden we'll be able to buy out of that bet. I think the Ducks are the bet with a Big Ten. Take them at plus 250 to win it all. What do you think, Art?
Yeah, I honestly, I would go with Indiana or Oregon. I would not go Ohio State. Or Oregon has been very popular. They seem to be everyone's pick to win the national championship. But you're just having them win the Big Ten, so that's all you're worried about.
Yeah, and it's plus 250 to win the Big Ten, so that's some pretty good money. I mean, Michigan at plus 1,500, long shot value. A lottery ticket for sure, but they have an easier schedule.
I like
they're not as good as Ohio State or Oregon, but man, at plus 1,500, I don't know. I prefer Oregon. I think Oregon's the right bet. What do you like? What do you got for us?
I'm going to the Big Ten as well, and I'm taking the Minnesota Gophers over their win total, over 6.5. They're the only team in the Big Ten that returns their OC, DC head coach, and quarterback. You got to like that. That's a lot of continuity and consistency here. Drake Lindsay, who was a redshirt freshman who took over last year at quarterback, only going to get better. They have some really nice transfers coming in at the wide receiver. Kid named Jennings from Cincinnati, kid named Thompson from Auburn, so that will really help the offense. Darius Taylor, veteran running back, one of the best running backs in the Big Ten. Couple of studs on defense too, and that's a top 30, 35 defense. Anthony Smith led the Big Ten in sacks last year with 12.5. He's back. Great name here. Maverick Baranowski, their big stud linebacker. Listen, I like Minnesota. I like PJ Fleck. I only got to get 7 wins. This to me is a 7-5 or 7-5, 8-4 team. So give me Minnesota over 6.5 wins.
All right, I'll race you through the MLB rundown, or not in any particular order. We'll start with Pittsburgh. They're playing Detroit minus 157, a total of 8. Both teams 5-5 in their last 10. Where are you going?
Pittsburgh's getting on a little bit of a roll here. You got to lay a big number with them, but I already mentioned the Sharps are on Pittsburgh. I can't disagree here.
San Diego Padres, Art, they're playing to the under, 2-7-1 in their last 10. What do you like? They're playing the Mets, 8.5.
Yeah, another one the Sharps are on as well, too. I think the Padres, who are playing really good, underrated baseball right now, they are going to be the last wild card team. Keep rolling with the Padres. They've been profiting really nice for bettors.
I agree, and it's a short money, and the Mets are just horrible.
Mm-hmm.
What a terrible franchise. Minnesota, Atlanta. I've been riding Atlanta. They've been a good team for me so far this year. I don't think I've bet on or against Minnesota all year. Where are you going here?
Yeah, and they're looking to avoid the sweep. Taj Bradley's been pretty good. You wouldn't think Atlanta would get swept, and you basically get them at a pick-em price, even though it is kind of an early day game for them. I'm going to lean Atlanta here.
Art, Chicago White Sox. Where this came from, nobody knows. A road machine. Cashing all year. They're playing the Cubs. They have not been incredible at home. Yet the Cubs are favored minus 140. Chicago versus Chicago. How do you bet this one?
Yeah, and you're laying that with Clay Holmes.
Yeah.
I would lean the White Sox just at a plus price. I don't love it, but that's the way I would look.
Boston, Arizona, big favorite. Boston minus 160, dead even at home, 31-31. Where are you going?
And remember, Boston was so bad at the beginning of the year at home, and
then
their record,
so good,
right? Exactly. Now they've gotten their record to 500. Arizona seems like a mess. The Red Sox, the Sharps are on them. Really, that number has gone up from, I think, minus 140 overnight. So a big move to the Red Sox. You got to leave the Red Sox here.
Both these teams, Miami and Philly, playing to the over. Do you like that, or do you like a side?
Yeah, I mean, they both these games have gone over. I remember taking game 1 under, and I got killed in the back half of the game there. So you got to like the over of the game, but you also got to like maybe taking Alcantara at a plus price with the Marlins.
I don't buy Baltimore. I think the Yankees are the play here, and it's short.
I don't disagree. We said this yesterday that the Yankees were a short price. Anytime you can get the Yankees short, you take them, and they own Baltimore.
Art, I can't bet Cleveland when they're over 200. Minus 213 against San Fran. No chance. What do you like here?
No, you can't lay $2 with them,
No.
even though it's Messernick. Honestly, you probably would look maybe Giants team total under, first 5 under, maybe look somewhere in that ballpark.
Look, I like the over in the Toronto Tampa Bay game. If I had to take a side, I would take the dog. Toronto's playing good ball right now.
They are, and it's hard to lay this type of price with the Rays. We mentioned yesterday the Blue Jays, the sharps were on them, and we kind of laughed about it. But look at that score. I mean, that game was over before you even sat down. So sharps were on the right side there yesterday. Hard to be on the Rays. Rays will be popular in the money lines, though.
One thing I love about baseball, Art, here we've got a St. Louis team light years better than Cincinnati, and yet Cincinnati is favored minus 144. That's a result of the pitching matchup. But that's where money can be made, Art. I got to take St. Louis here.
Yeah, despite Chase Burns, Cincinnati's season is lost. We mentioned St. Louis, they're 4 games over. They're still kind of in the mix. Not still kind of, they are in the mix here for that last wild card spot. So game means a lot more to St. Louis. They're going to try to get out of there with a win. I'm with you. Take them at a plus price.
Kansas City minus 150 against the A's. What do you like?
God, 2 of the worst teams in baseball, if not the 2 worst. I said it yesterday and it didn't go over, but I'm back on the over.
First 5 under for me in Seattle, Milwaukee. I know it's 7. First 5 will be 3.5. I don't want to mess with the bullpen. Gilbert versus May. Who's scoring in this game?
Well, after 22-0 yesterday,
yeah,
you would think maybe we come back to reality here. I can lean with you there on the under, Prez.
Texas and Washington. Short number for Texas. That's the bet.
It is a short number for Texas, and they've been playing well. Houston's faltered here the last couple of days, so they're only a game back. I guess you would have to look at Texas here, maybe even an over.
LA Angels, Houston. I know you like Houston. They're minus 150 against, Mike Trout, the loser, and the rest of his team.
Yeah. Houston needs the game badly, Prez. Like I said, Texas has been winning. Houston's been losing. It's going to come down to those two basically for this division. Houston needs the game.
LA Dodgers. Run line bet against Colorado, or you got the balls to take the Rockies?
I definitely don't have the balls to take the Rockies. I'm definitely, if I'm going to do something, I would do it with the Dodgers on the run line. Or, like we said yesterday, now's maybe the time to get back in on their team totals. They're starting to score some runs.
Art, that show is amazing.
Hey.
No Brian, no Joe. Come on. We got this thing done in 25 minutes.
Come on. We missed Joe. Who cares about Brian? But we missed Joe.
Yeah. I care about Brian, for the record. We missed his birthday, Art. How bad was that?
That's a bad job out of us.
Yeah. So
we'll get him
shout
next year.
out to Brian Power. We're 2 days late on your birthday, but we waited. We wanted to be the only people to wish you a happy birthday today. Yep. So there you go. Happy birthday to Brian Power. Yeah, nobody cares. Okay. No mailbag section today. We'll get back to it tomorrow. Me, Art, and Joe Ranieri. Thanks for watching, everybody. The best betting show ever. Hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and make sure to comment.